What is local lead generation? What is local lead generation? I'm just going to be waiting for a few people to get in here, and then I'm going to be going over exactly what local lead generation is. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Jason McLaughlin, and I help businesses generate more leads. Now, if you don't know what a lead is basically someone that has shown interest in your product or service that you offer as a business. And I assist in attracting them and then walking businesses through the process on how to actually convert them into sales. Now, there are a bunch of ways in order to attract leads, but the trick comes in with converting with them. So, guys, we're going to get started on what is local lead generation. So HubSpot basically defines local lead generation as the process of attracting and converting strangers and prospects into people who have indicated an interest in your company's product or services. Now, that's pretty straightforward, obviously, when it comes to local lead generation. But today, I'm just going to be going over about 3 or 4 tactics on how businesses can attract local leads, essentially. All right, guys. So for those of you that aren't in my Facebook group, I'm going to plug it quickly. Jump in here. I drop lots of tips on local lead generation, SEO, and pay-per-click. Awesome. Cool. Let's get into it. So there are mainly 3 types of ways to attract leads online, or the types that I'm going to be covering today. One is search engine optimization for local leads, basically getting your website ranking high up in search engines. The second one is pay-per-click, basically Facebook ads, Google ads, running a form to that. And then the third one is organic outreach, and then also mixed in with an opt-in. But I'll be covering that now. Awesome. Cool. So let's dive into it. So let me see if I can find a lead gen ad. So essentially a Facebook lead gen ad would be something where you run an ad to a Facebook form that collects an email address and a name and number of someone that's interested in a particular service that you are offering or the lead you're trying to generate to sell to clients. Now, at the end of this video, I'll be going over how you can actually make money selling these leads and developing something that will actually make business owners want to work with you for the leads you generate for them. So, as I said, Facebook ads, basically, you run your lead generation campaign to a form. I can't find an example of one here, but basically a form that collects the prospect's details, name and number, etc., etc. The second one would be, let's look for example, let's type in swimming pool repair. So here, this would also form under what we call pay-per-click for local lead generation. As you can see here, this is an ad at the top. It is for Pool Squad. They are running an ad in order to try generate leads. Now, these would be called Google ads. These are another way in which to generate leads locally. And this is what I said earlier as well. This is SEO. Now, with regards to SEO, for those of you that don't know what SEO is basically getting a website to rank organically in the search engines for specific terms. Now, this becomes very lucrative when we actually build out sites called, namely, rank and rent sites that generate leads in order to that we're able to sell and actually rent out to businesses. I actually have a course on that coming out relatively soon. If you guys are interested in that, reach out to me and I can get it to you. Still working on it though currently. So Google My Business is obviously a big facet when it comes to local lead generation. These are local These are Google My Businesses. For those of you that don't know what Google My Business is, it is basically a map that Google has pinned a whole bunch of businesses to and services that these businesses offer with their relevant ratings and aspects like that. Now, for those of you that don't know, these are one of the things I actually specialize in with my agency, Rank Goes to Viral Marketing. We specialize in getting, namely, contractors and service-based businesses higher up in the search engines. Now, you can only imagine how lucrative it would be if you were ranking #1 for the term swimming pool repair in a particularly wealthy area. Now, you can also imagine how beneficial it could be if you were ranking in multiple areas #1 for a particularly profitable term and selling those leads to hungry business owners that want to implement their services for those people. All right, then another one we can go over is basically an opt-in. So an opt-in is something that you give to people in order for them to come back to you wanting your service. So for instance, my opt-in at the moment, I'm actually busy working on it now, would obviously be my group. And then the book I'm currently working on at the moment, I'm not sure when it's going to be ready. This isn't it. Where is it? Here it is. It's basically a book I'm working on that I'll be using as bait to attract my ideal customers. Now, obviously, there's going to be a lot of value in this book. It's a bunch of lead generation secrets I've learned, black hat, white hat, all the types of hats, and how to successfully implement it in order to get your business for it, in order to get your business ranking and generating more leads. Cool, guys. Awesome. Thanks for checking out my video today. As I said, this is just a shorter video on what local lead generation is. If you're interested in a rank and rent website or learning how to do a rank and rent website, reach out to me and I'll see you soon. Cheers.